Welcome to the Samantha Parker Show. I'm nervous. I don't get nervous either.
Wait, you are?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, but how are you guys?
Too. We're nervous together.
Are you nervous?
No, not really.
I wouldn't think so. Usually I'm just behind the camera and I'm listening to you guys talk, and then I'm like, oh, now I have to interview them, and I'm feeling a little flushed.
Well,
now
you know how we feel.
Yeah, I'm all,
Now you know.
It's getting worse as we go on.
It's not as easy as it looks.
It's not, but okay, you guys, today I'm sitting down with the badasses behind We Win Injury Law. So welcome to the Samantha Parker Show.
Well, thank you for having us. This is awesome.
Yeah, I've got Tyler and Jaren. Do you want to introduce yourself, Jaren? How long have you been a lawyer?
Jaren Sandberg. I've been a lawyer for 10 years, and Tyler and I have been working together that entire time.
That's cool.
And I'm Todd, and I've been a lawyer for just over 20 years. Has it been that long? 10 years that we've been working together? That's wild.
This is 2015.
Time flies. Yeah, 20 years.
Well,
Been practicing law.
It's not Tyler T. Todd. It's just Tyler Todd.
That is so funny. Literally, when I'm on Good Things Utah, that's what they say. And I think it's because they read the teleprompter.
Yeah.
And finally, after 6 shows, she was like, wait, do you like being called Tyler T. Todd? I'm like, it's not normal.
You're like, when my mom yelled at me as a kid, she did the full name, but that's...
And ever since, she keeps doing it.
Yeah.
They keep doing it.
Well, I tell people, I'm like, it is the Samantha Parker. It's not Samantha Parker. It's the Samantha Parker, you know?
Please call me
that's smart.
Samantha Parker.
Yeah. So we have a client, Dr. Steve, and I swear to God, if you call me Dr. Steve one more time, and I was like, listen, Dr. Steve. You know?
you are Dr. Steve.
Yeah. And he's like, well, how about Dr. Baum? And I was like, no, it's Dr. Steve.
That's too good.
Yeah. And he's like, I saw a text, he was texting Cindy, and he's like, it's just Steve. And I was like, no, it's Dr. Steve.
Well, yeah, so Tyler T. Todd, Triple T, whatever.
When they're named Tyler, because we've had some like doctors we work with, their first name's Tyler. I always do the same thing. I have them on my phone as doctor and their last name, because I'm like, if I call them both Tyler, no one's going to know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, if I had a doctorate of any form, I would insist on being Dr. Samantha, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, long ago, my uncle, who is an ENT surgeon, was telling me, like, because he'd listened to my voicemail, he was calling me, and he's like, from now on, your voicemail needs to say, you have reached the Tyler Todd.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thank you for that.
The one and only.
Yeah, but I haven't changed it to that.
Okay, so last night I was watching Teen Wolf. Please go ahead and judge me, but it's on Netflix now.
It's a great movie.
It's a show. I'm not.
Oh, not the
not the
old
movie,
one with
but the
Michael
show.
J. Fox.
Yes,
Okay, now you're being
I thought you were talking about the old Michael J. Fox where you can dunk
this is
it.
the 2011 MTV Teen Wolf.
Okay.
My husband and I have gotten into it, but they were introducing a lawyer, and they introduced him as Esquire. Is that? I was like, what in the heck? I had to Google it.
Oh, you never heard of that? Oh, yeah. So, like, on some of our social, I don't know. Do I have it on mine or yours? Do you have it on yours? I don't know.
One of us does. I can't remember who we did it on.
I feel like I've seen it floating.
But you use the ESQ. Sometimes it just lets people know you're a lawyer. They used to use it a lot with the wills and trusts type lawyers.
Okay.
Use it a lot more, it feels.
Yeah, but yeah, technically we are ESQs, Esquires, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, you guys, I wanted to have you guys on the podcast today because I'm doing a series. This will come out in January, and I'm calling it the growth class, like people to watch in 2026. And honestly, the very first people I thought of was you guys.
Oh, rad. Thank you.
Yeah. You guys are doing really cool things. And you know how many people are telling me like, oh my gosh, have you seen them? And I'm like, yeah, I've been watching them firsthand. The way that you know, when
You're
people
like,
are like,
behind the camera.
no.
Most
But
of their stuff I've filmed.
they're talking about you guys on commercials, on buses, on billboards. You know what I mean? They're everywhere. They're blowing up. And I'm like, well, how does it feel to have people saying that you're blowing up? Because there's a lot of work that goes into that.
It's cool / I don't want to say it's overwhelming, but yeah, it's cool and overwhelming because with that comes some expectations, and we want to make sure we meet them.
Yeah.
But it's cool. First and foremost, it's cool. But it does take a lot of hard work and a lot of grinding. And I think that's like our MO, right? And you're part of that too, to be fully transparent to all your listeners. You're a big part of that. So thank you for that. But yeah, you have to grind. And that's something we tell each other all the time. Like, you have to put the work in. And I think we're doing that. And so we're seeing that. And we have a long way to go. That's why it's a little overwhelming too.
Oh, you have a long way to go?
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I have really big goals for next year.
Yeah, and we've heard of some of them. We've got something you don't know. Well, we're growing our social, and you're a big part of that. Wait,
hold on. So you guys had, what's that video out right now? 46 million?
Yes.
That was really random.
Can you believe
I'm not
that?
going to lie. Yeah.
I told you, like, you struck digital gold.
The best part is I've had other people that are like, send me this video. And I'm like, okay, it's a masterpiece. And I'm all, Cindy scrubbed it from the internet.
You should trademark it or something, or we ought to protect it somehow.
I'm waiting for someone to be like, that's my video, take it down.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you've had a couple of posts from other clients, though, that have blown up pretty big.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
What do you think, like, the biggest one?
Well, until this one, we were like 12, 15 million. Yeah. No, 1 million view video isn't uncommon.
Right.
But it was wild because I was watching it grow by 1 million views about every hour. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
And I was trying to find something on Tyler's phone the other day because someone had told us, like, did I do it correctly? And I'm like, oh, let's check your phone. And I'm like, wait a second. We had to turn off a lot of the comments and different things because those kind of views generate so much that there's no way Tyler can find one comment.
Well, I mean, Samantha and I watch that together, and so it's a big deal. And so we were actually texting each other back and forth was when it was like 5, then 7, then 9,
in the morning,
then 10.
When I looked at your account that morning, because I'll go through the accounts, which I shouldn't do every morning, but I do. And I'm like, oh, look, they're popping off. They've got 5 million views. And I'm like, it must have done that over the weekend. And then I look back again, and I was like, oh, just kidding.
No, and then it was like 15, it was 20, and then it was
and Tyler even would tell me, like, Jaren, it was 13, and then we'd pull it up, and it'd be even more. Like, it was cool.
I thought we were going to cap out like at 20 million or something.
Yeah, I've seen videos grow until 12, 15 million, but they'll do it over a couple of months.
Right.
So it was interesting.
No, it's been amazing. Yeah. Things like that. It's just, we have a long way to go. And that's what's crazy because when you see 46 million and you're like, well, you have a long way to go. That's my mentality is that we're just still babies. We're still scratching the surface, I think, of where we're going to go.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
So one thing that I've loved about you guys is I remember some of the first times I met you, I'd come into your office and we'd film videos, right? And then it took me a little while to realize you guys didn't have offices. Like you guys did, but you were like, a lot of times you were working in the lobby on the couch or wherever you were at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize you guys, I'm not going to say new, but you really have grown this because now you guys have an incredible offices. You have offices all the way up to Salt Lake City. And so to me, like just watching from the outside, I'm like, oh, wow.
Well, and you even had to bear with us while we were doing an office remodel. And so for a little while, like, how many years did you work out of the conference room?
Well, initially, probably what you're talking about referring to is, I was working out of the conference room. I didn't have my own office.
We had a setup in my office where Tyler had a desk or our office. Everyone, I was the only one that worked out there because Tyler ended up working out of the conference room more.
Yeah.
And it's just funny to see. Now we've got, I don't know how many.
Oh, now you have
5 offices. How many offices in there? It's just funny to see the growth.
Yeah, but now we can pick and choose which one we wanted to work out of. But yeah, it's been exciting to see the growth. Thank you for that. It's been, sometimes we have to take a step back too and recognize, oh yeah, we have come a long way and this is what we've done and accomplished and sometimes I struggle to do that, to be honest.
I struggle to do that with myself personally, but like it's really easy to see it in other people.
Right.
So I just want to remind you guys, like seriously, I do remember the one time I came into your office, you were sitting in the lobby on the couch on your laptop, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "I just work out here."
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes you just don't think right what you just don't, or you can't appreciate what maybe other people's perspective and what they're thinking or how they see you, and yeah, it's cool to hear that and see that for sure.
Yeah. And then I remember when you guys got the buses, because I was on the treadmill at the gym and I saw it go by and I was like, they're on a bus now.
Yeah.
Well, and we have more buses even up north in Utah County, actually.
Yeah.
And then we're launching, literally, they're supposed to hit the streets any minute or any day, a big bus campaign for downtown Salt Lake and tracks. So that'll be cool. And we just refreshed the look. Did I show you that, actually?
You did, yeah. We win for Utah.
Yeah, we win for Utah. Yeah. So that's going to hit those will hit the street soon, in addition to what we have in St. George, in addition to what we have in Utah County. So that'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, and was it last weekend we went to the Jazz game or the weekend before? Weekend before.
It's been 2 weekends now. Yeah.
Yeah. I was staying at my dad's house in Salt Lake. Well, it's the day we were all going to the Jazz game. That was so fun. Thanks for letting me go with you guys too, by the way.
That was
I'm
awesome.
a huge Jazz fan. But me and my sister were watching football. Is there music playing?
Yeah.
There's a piano playing.
There's like a piano.
Well, when I came in, I was like, they have a piano set up. Okay, guys, we're just going to have piano music in the background.
I feel like it's for us.
It is.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. This is like
You
our,
finally hired someone to live do some music for your podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Good
smart.
move.
That does seem
See,
like
that's
you.
next level too.
If you're
Just for
looking
you
for
guys.
more tips on the growth podcast, this is
I'm like, I actually had this song written for you guys. That'd be so creepy. But anyways, I was watching football with my sister, and then I was like, it's Tyler on the TV. And she goes, oh, yeah, I see them on commercials now. I'm like, what? So
Yeah.
it was cool.
Well, yeah, thank you. And honestly, thank you for bringing that up, because sometimes we don't see it and it's hard to see. And sometimes, like many entrepreneurs, right? You just don't, you get frustrated sometimes with the process, and you want, like we all do, we want immediate success or immediate like gratification, especially in today's age of technology. And so we're like, show me results. You don't get to see 46 million TikTok or Instagram views like the way we did.
Yeah.
And so it's cool. It's cool to hear it and see it. And so, yeah, it's been a wild ride. 2026 hopefully will be a lot more exciting even.
Okay, so what are your goals for 2026? Do you guys have them yet? Or like big projects?
We finalize our goals right around this time, but we do a series of goals that are kind of like, what's our goal next year? What's our longer term kind of 5-year plan? And then me and Tyler have done a couple of shoot for the moon goals.
Yeah.
And then even though it's a shoot for the moon goal, it's really our 5-year plan and even our 1-year plan hopefully are aligning with trying to make that shoot for the moon goal happen. And like some of the stuff I feel like as we've set goals, like maybe in the first year, we almost exceeded it even quicker than we thought we would. Like we were, especially opening up an office in Orem, we hired great people that helped. We had some really good successes on some of our marketing campaigns that I would say that office grew faster maybe than we anticipated, or at least we expected the growth to take more time. And that's a big part of that kind of growth strategy. So when we talk about goals for next year,
I'll tell you what they are. We had a 1 and 3 5-year, 1, 3, and 5-year goal.
Okay.
And our 1-year goal was to like reestablish the brand in St. George. And then our 3-year goal is to have offices throughout basically St. George, Southern Utah.
Okay.
St. George,
I feel like that's too easy.
Cedar City, and we did that relatively quickly.
You did, yeah.
And then the 3 to 5 was going to be Salt Lake, and we have 2 offices up north in that 3.5, 4-year time period. So we're ahead of schedule there. So yeah, our 2026 goal is to really hit up north hard, because there's more people, more access to business, and so we want more people along the Wasatch Front all over Utah to know who we are, to see us, and hopefully call us in the event of an accident or an injury. And then we want to exponentially grow our revenue. So every year we want to be, if we want to do 5 million, then 10 million, then 15 million, then 20 million, and that's our goal moving forward.
Yeah.
So we like to fine tune those near the end of the year, but that's like our whiteboard. These are our goals. And then ultimately we want to have offices in Vegas and throughout the Mountain West.
Ooh, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Anywhere warmer. I'm like, oh, you should do that. But it's purely based on climate.
yeah.
I'm all, why are you guys going to Salt Lake? But I get it.
You're going to be a big part of that expansion to Vegas. It's a little warmer down there.
Oh, can I go to Vegas?
Yes, absolutely. And maybe Phoenix and Denver, but that's our goal.
I go to Phoenix a lot. Phoenix is happening. I've been telling everyone for the last year. I'm like, some of the biggest. Phoenix has always been big. It's a huge suburban, sprawled out. But I feel like Phoenix is really happening.
Well, it's wild because I don't know. You go down there a lot. I've been down there a lot, and I used to live there actually. And I'm always wondering, how do we have 5 million people in this valley with how hot it is? It's crazy, but it continues to grow. And there's a few pretty big industry players down there, and I know a couple of them personally. And I think it's still a market that's attainable, and it's something we have our eyes on for sure.
That's awesome.
And some of it's been we've been building something that's maybe slightly different than every other law firm, and I think that's resonated with people.
And what would that be? What's the secret sauce?
A lot of what we've done, and we won't tell you every little secret sauce because some of that's
come on.
But the things that I think
Will you write it on a piece of paper?
we've maybe
grandma's
focused
recipe.
on more than other attorneys is we understand, just like social media is an instant thing, right? How often do we find ourselves scrolling or even not wanting to watch a minute-long video? Sometimes you skip the end because you already know what's going to happen. Our clients are that same way, and Tyler's been really good at, even in our staff training. I feel like we emphasize this every staff training is people expect like constant communication, and that's something that maybe they're not used to getting from a lawyer. And even in not just lawyers in general, which are terrible at communication, but even personal injury lawyers, we get a lot of people that leave previous firms and want to come to our firm. And because even our intake staff got them with an attorney very quickly and really being effective communicators with our client, even though we hope that we also have great results and do as well as anyone within the industry and hope to keep doing better and better and better, the communication that we've done, I feel is very different than maybe, at least from what we hear from happy clients that maybe have left a previous firm, is I didn't hear from someone in months. And I've heard from your office and the attorneys more in the first 5 days than I did in 3 or 4 months with this other office.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of times attorneys and doctors feel very untouchable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Does Dr. Steve feel that way?
Yeah, Dr. Steve? No. Dr. Steve is concierge care. Should I give him a plug here?
Yeah.
One of the best ever. I switched over to him. I have tons of people that switched over to him. He left IHG and started his own practice.
Really?
But
Yeah.
it's awesome. You're like, hey, I don't feel good. And he's, what's going on? And then he's, okay, go pick this up or I'll have it delivered.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that personal touch.
Yeah, and it's cheaper than my insurance.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what Jaren's, I think, is pointing to, is like personal touch that you actually get from the professional, like my doctor. Because they're white coat, and you hold them in high regard.
Well, no, but also think about it. Like, I bet, have you ever been just sick as a dog and your doctor, like, we can't come in and see you, or you go in and see him and they're like, well, I don't know, go home, and you're like, I can't physically drive home.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or they gave you 5 minutes, and instead of asking, do you have any other questions? It's like they're gone.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second, is the nurse coming back in? Or am I
Yeah.
supposed to leave now?
So that's what I mean by untouchable. Like,
Yeah.
And I think people are over it.
Yeah, I agree. And so that's why I think I've said it before, you probably heard me say it before, I think Google is like the ultimate killer of patience, right? And then we all expect instantaneous results because you can chat GPT it and have an answer within a second, right?
Yeah.
Fair, unfair, I don't know, right? To the professionals or people that are providing services, probably a little unfair, but that's what people expect. And so you have to be willing to at least try to match that, or at least get somewhere close to that in order to meet expectations. And that's why I said earlier, it's a little overwhelming, but it's also like driving us to do better and do more.
Well, I think you guys do a great job, because even just the people I've sent over to you, that was the one thing, especially that one car. I won't talk about it because I don't think you can, but that one car wreck I sent to you guys, and his mom was like, oh yeah, they got me on the phone with Jaren right away. And she's like, I didn't actually realize it was him for a minute, an actual lawyer. And then she was like, oh, and then Tyler called me. I was like, oh, that's cool.
No, but that's like something that we've really emphasized, and it's the same complaint, right? It's, you have that complaint that you don't get to talk to the doctor, and I think lawyers, especially like traditional law and old school law, it's like, well, I don't get to talk to even a partner. I only talk to 4 layers below, and we really wanted to change that with our firm, and that's one of the things that I think has helped with some of that growth. Besides all the other things we're doing, at least a big portion of our clients still come from happy past clients. Like, we get clients that were in an accident 10 years ago, have dealt with Tyler, and they're like, I don't remember anyone else I dealt with, but I dealt with Tyler the most. And I'm sure Tyler wishes he could talk to every client all the time and be the only one that communicates with them. But by having our staff as part of that process, and really knowing that we want people to have answers immediately, and we even want to beat them to they don't have to come out and ask us stuff, because we've been informing them along the way.
That's awesome.
And I think that's made a big difference.
And that's having a good team too, like a good staff who cares as well.
For sure. That's a big part of it too. And we have to make sure they're doing their jobs, but we also want them thriving in their environment. We want them happy, because if they're happy, then they're going to do a better job. They're going to do a better job with our clients. And we're not doing heart surgery or anything like that, but people...
You're still in the legal world.
Yeah.
People can get screwed.
Totally. And this is their case. And oftentimes it's their only case.
Mm-hmm.
First time they've ever dealt with something like this. So yeah, they want to make sure that their cases are being handled professionally, timely, as most efficiently as possible. So it's a big deal to make sure that all that kind of goes around, and make sure that each and every client's being treated like they're the only ones.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so you guys hired 2 new lawyers this year. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as a business owner, how did you know? Because it gets kind of scary, right? You're like, funds out, funds are going out, funds are going out. And you're like, are they coming back? You have to just kind of have a good high, I call it a risk tolerance.
Yeah.
You're like, we're going to spend it. Let's see what happens. But how did you know you were like, we have to bring on these 2 lawyers? And were you just banking that was going to work out?
We're watching obviously our growth and our patterns and our cases in, cases out, cases that we're closing. And we just know that we're at a point where, one, the work is there that warrants obviously hiring new people, but also we're watching our when we have our goals and we're watching our projections. And so we want to make sure that the work that we don't get like overburdened. I call it like the bandwidth of everybody. And so once everyone's bandwidth starts getting tapped out, then you're like, you don't want it to be too late. And so we want everyone's bandwidth to be like within their comfort levels and anticipate that so that when the work continues to increase, we're not being tapped out like instantly. So there is some risk, right? Because you're like, okay, hopefully the work's there for everybody.
It's not, you guys don't have an hourly paycheck coming in. And you're like, I know on Friday I'll get this much money.
Right, exactly. So yeah, there's a lot of risk involved. And there's a lot of risk involved, and you got to bet on yourself, right? And know that, hey, if I invest in me, then I can control a little bit of that narrative. And then even today, I had a conversation with a gentleman who's we're talking about some partnerships with some pretty big companies up north and in Salt Lake. And in my mind, I might even said it out loud. I'm gonna risk this because I know I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but we're gonna make it happen to make this work because I think it'll be like beneficial long term for the growth of our brand and everything we're doing to do it. Let's make it happen. That's what I basically said to him.
Yeah. You're like, what are we going to do? Just go. I do think you have to have a pretty high risk tolerance, though.
Well, and we've struck out on certain things. We've tried different things.
Well, that was going to be my next question.
To say that we've struck gold on every single marketing campaign, it would be lying to. There's been things that we've tried that have not worked out. We've tried some client communication tools that we hoped for a really high adoption rate, and we figured out really quick it didn't. And so there's been some things that we've invested in that didn't work out, and we were quick to. We have a pretty good beat on how things are and aren't working, but there's some stuff that you just don't know. There's branding things that you're hoping is part of the equation that you can't track a direct ROI, and you have to be willing to take that risk.
Oh, people all the time are like, what's the ROI on that? And I'm like, are you guys still tracking ROIs? I'm like, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, on what? What?
Well, because it's interesting because along those lines, what Jaren just said, there are things that have worked that do have some diminishing returns, right? They've worked, so it's been good, but then they kind of like reach their like tipping point of this is really no longer working because technology changes, people's consumer habits change, everything changes. So you have to
She flashed us.
What did we get flashed on?
I don't know.
Oh. So we have to like you have to be ready to improvise and adapt and evolve. Otherwise, what you thought was working, so you just keep doing it over and over again, begins to not work.
Yeah.
So that's been another. And we have struck out, like Jaren said. There's been things we tried and it just was a big waste of money.
Okay,
and there's
so
things that have
what
worked,
was your-
and now it's time to stop them.
Yeah, off the top of your head, what was like the worst thing you've ever done? You're like, that was a trash
I
can
know
fire.
immediately that there was a group that's now bankrupt.
Yeah, we did a big Facebook spend, like a lot of money on Facebook, and it just did not pan out the way we thought it was going to pan out. For sure.
And like the expected minimum return, and part of the problem was they were trying to guarantee like a high volume return, and it was just a big flop. And then within, it was like 6 months the company was gone, and they had made a big splash in kind of the legal world and helping other firms, and it died.
Didn't go
And
well.
that same like rep left the company and then he'd reach out to us. I'm with a different company. Let's talk.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
like, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's always weird when people do. Well, I've had a couple of people that were like in my sphere working for me, and the next thing I know, like they're a social media manager or whatever, and I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, totally.
I just spent 2 years training you.
Yeah, that happens. That happens all the time. And that happens especially in our industry where lawyers will work with different firms and then they go out and do their own thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's a balance of, yeah, it's hard. That's hard because you want great people working for you. You don't want them too good, and they just come learn your systems and processes, and they go do their own thing.
Yeah. I've had some shady stuff too. I'm in business for 10 years, but I've also had so much good stuff. But
Yeah.
definitely some shady people too.
And you learn from those like hiring mistakes. We've struck out with hiring. That's another area that we've made mistakes hiring wrong team members, and normally we find out fairly quickly. Some have taken longer to figure out, just depending on their position and how much like their work we were reviewing directly.
Yeah. And sometimes people just go through things too.
Oh, we've had staff members that were doing great and then have gone through some things in their personal life that really affected their ability to keep working. And a couple of them where we were maybe flirting with, we might have to let you go, ended up quitting, dealing with personal things. So we've had some of those too.
Yeah, life happens, right? You have to be. It's so easy to react, and I do that pretty quickly sometimes. But I'm not proud of it.
No, I like the self-reflection there.
Something I'm working on. But life happens too, right? And you have to step back and say, okay, whoa,
Yeah.
it's okay, and give some grace there for that or this or that, whatever. And but yeah, we've learned a lot. We continue to learn, right?
Yeah. Sometimes
So-
I think, I'm like, gosh, they must be really going through something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that we lost a family member in my family a few years ago, and it was my sister's daughter, and she has a really good perspective. She's, I just don't know what's going on in their life. People are like speeding by you, and you're like, what a asshole. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, maybe they're about to get fired.
Yeah.
Or
They're
Maybe they're
late, for,
racing to the
late for
ER.
a new job interview. or
Yeah, we don't
something.
know what's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. Yeah, so you just never know what's going on in people's lives, and so
I know. I think about that a lot too. So this is a messed up story, but my aunt she committed suicide, and my mom, they were trying to go to the hospital to say goodbye. So my mom's driving from Wyoming, and she drove away from the pump with the gas thing attached. Like, she was not mentally
not
okay.
right.
So she picks me up, and we're in Salt Lake, and the lane merges, and she's, I don't know, the lane's merging, and she's hysterically crying driving. And this guy goes by and throws, because she was trying to figure out what lane to be in, throws the cup on the car, and I was just like,
Oh my
if you
gosh.
even knew,
Yeah,
you know what I
right?
mean?
What
I'm
she was
like,
going through.
oh, well, her sister just committed suicide. I
Totally,
was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was a big perspective for me. And even like in the mornings when people will cut me off, I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have to have a job that I'm hustling to.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's hard to do, because that's like, that self-reflection's really, that's a self-mastery, I think. And you have to be really good at doing that on a daily. But yeah, when we think about that, then you're like, okay, chill out, which
Yeah.
I need to do daily, but whatever.
Well, and then too, it's like when you look at perspectives like that too, you lost someone. Does any of this really even matter?
Right. Right.
Well, and we all probably, to some degree, we all need to adopt more of giving other people the benefit of the doubt, right? And,
Yeah.
And I think the more we do that, and it's one thing to say you have a gut reaction in the instant, but hopefully over time we're giving people the benefit of the doubt. And you get cut off, it's one thing to yell inside your car. It's another chase them down and have a road rage incident, right? And I think we can appreciate that the first one's probably okay, and we need to all work on that, and the second one's not. And I think the more we give people the benefit of the doubt and give them a little space.
There's a trial lawyer in LA who I respect tremendously, and he wrote in one of his books, or maybe I heard it at a conference, I don't know. We've become friends over the last couple of years. Really, really cool guy. But he always says, when they go low, you always go high. And just always just maintain that, and always be the bigger person, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that we try to do in our practice and life and everything. When they go low, stay high, and just don't stoop.
Yeah. And a lot of people ask me about you guys. They see me working with you. And obviously, I think you guys are getting to that famous lawyer status.
Oh boy.
Which is good for me. But they'll ask me about you guys. And I'm like, no, they're just really genuinely good people.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We got you fooled.
Yeah.
Well-
We've done a great job.
We've
done a good job of
wool
giving
over
you
her
that
eyes.
impression.
Well, no, I've been around you guys enough that I'm like, no, they're just genuinely nice people. Because I have clients who they'll send me crappy texts, but they know nothing about my life. They've never asked if I have kids. They know nothing about me. So that's one thing I notice with clients is you can tell when they're just like, oh, how's your daughter? Or how's your son? They're just like genuinely good people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. No, thank you for that. Now, Jaren, remember to ask more about her.
Yeah, definitely. No, but
You guys
but
talk
even-
to me all the time.
But even I don't know. Even,
I'm not talking about like chit chatting,
No,
just
I
like,
know.
general
well,
like.
Tyler won't.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Tyler's not a prideful type of person to take credit for stuff, but I can say this. Learning from Tyler for the last 10 years, some of my favorite client interactions that he's had are clients that are like stoked that he brought them smoothies to the hospital, and like those little moments, and it had nothing to do with how big or small the case was. Just Tyler cares about clients, and even just little things like that. So I think,
Yeah, and that's not going on social media.
yeah,
you know.
like, you don't see those moments, and Tyler doesn't do them for that reason. And there's lots of generosity that Tyler won't admit to, but he doesn't need to, because that's not the type he is. But those kind of moments, I feel like, are the things that like we look forward to even as lawyers. We talk a lot about marketing, and we have a lot of meetings about strategy and case strategy, but like some of those like little moments you have with clients are like some of the most rewarding, kind of the why we do it.
Oh, it's off.
Are you still hearing me?
Did we lose it? Just kidding. It's the headphones. Okay, perfect.
Just the headphones.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah. We're good?
I talk loud
good.
enough. I should be able to get picked up
I
on
was gonna
Tyler's
say, you would.
microphone.
Well, I know we've done some stuff like that before. I'm like, do. Yeah.
I will say, and thanks, Jaren. That's kind, and Sam, to you too, for real. I appreciate it. One cool thing I'll say is, and it is neat, and I was crying the other night when it happened because we don't hear it very often, you know. For whatever reason, we just don't hear it very often. But we were at the Juan Festival this weekend. We had a booth over there, and
Yeah, I saw you guys post that.
yeah, and it was cool. It wasn't super well attended, but for a number of reasons. But we did have one client who was there with a taco truck, and he came up and he was like, "Tyler, how are you?" And I'm like, and hopefully he's not listening, but in the moment I was like, I recognized him immediately, but I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, it's so hard to place people, especially when you're in business. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do I know them? How do I know them?
I'm like, I know you're a client, but oh my gosh.
Well, and Tyler's good at remembering clients' names too, so that you didn't remember. You were close actually with what you thought his name was.
I was close. Well, and I knew who he was. It
Immediately
took me a
recognized
minute. Then I remembered the case and whatnot. But anyways, he gave me this biggest hug and then pointed over to his taco truck. You helped me buy that.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm like, wait, what? I'm here selling because you helped me buy this truck. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
It was
That's
a pretty cool moment.
awesome. Thank you for saying that. And I was like, you were the reason that you bought that truck, but it was cool to hear at least.
Yeah.
You know, it was neat.
No, okay, so this is the moment I knew. I was like, I really like these guys. I hope they'll keep me around. I've been sober for a little while, and I remember I came into your office, and that was mortifying. I'm like, all my clients are going to fire me if I talk about this. Like, I'm going straight to hell in a handbasket. I've ruined my life. And I remember just like hitting post on my social media, and I was like, posted, Sam's an alcoholic.
You're so nervous.
And I remember the first time I came and saw you, and you were like, you look really good. Are you doing okay? And I was like, oh my gosh, nobody cares. They're not firing me, but they genuinely are like, oh, look at her. She's doing good. Like that you cared, if that makes sense. But it wasn't like she's ruined her life thing.
Oh, good.
So I appreciated that. You probably don't remember it, but I do.
Well, not entire. I don't remember entirely, but that's cool. Thank you. Well, I think you're an amazing person, and I appreciate all you do for us. So I hope you know that. And I feel like the one cool thing about what we do is we get to meet amazing people and really cool with all kinds of backgrounds and different perspectives and stories. And I really want to know those people because I want to know what makes them think or tick or whatever. And it helps us then be able to negotiate on their behalf against the insurance company and be like, hey, look, this is a really cool person. And if I take this to trial, you're going to find out that the jury's going to love them. And if they love them, that means they're going to put a lot of money, or a lot more money than you want to put on this case. You better pay it. So it helps me really advocate for them.
Yeah.
Now there are some people where I'm like, I don't know if I like you, so no one's gonna like you.
We all have those people where I'm like, we're done working together. Block.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like, none of us are perfect, and we all have our faults, and you almost root for someone that's like trying to conquer there. And who among us hasn't set a New Year's resolution that we crapped out on
for sure.
super quick? And so I think when you started some of those posts, for me at least, it was like, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
What a good goal to set. And even if you have mistakes, it's
I know. In my head, though, I was like, oh, now everyone knows that I'm fired. And I was like, oh, wait, that's not what happened at all.
No.
So it's
well,
really
I would
interesting.
have been surprised if anyone left because of that. If
No,
they
nobody
actually
did.
knew you. And,
Lots of friends, lots and lots of friends
Yeah,
that I
good.
do not have anymore. But yeah.
Oh, well, shame on them.
Yeah.
well, it goes back to
Were they really
how
friends?
good of friends were they
Yeah.
really, right?
Well, and then how good of a friend was I? That's double-sided there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but-
True.
Yeah, I guess that could go both ways, but still that someone would not be your friend over something like that.
Well, I wouldn't
you
have
try
been
to
friends with people who didn't drink, if we're being honest. I was like, oh, I know them, but we're not friends. It was just
Right.
like my mentality.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How have you overcome that journey, or how do you deal with that type of issue?
The friend thing or the
Yeah.
alcohol thing?
Yeah, the
Oh,
friend
it's like,
thing.
I just don't drink.
Yeah,
I go
no,
to a
the friend thing.
program.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's what you do.
Pretty cut and dry. Pretty black and white. That's an easy answer.
I go to these meetings.
No, the friend thing.
It sucks. Yeah. It just sucks.
Well, it's
Yeah.
probably eye-opening a little bit to
you know
genuine friendships.
Well, what's really hard is you have to look at yourself and your own behaviors. So just like when you earlier, I was like, that was some great self-reflection. You have to really look at yourself, because when you go through a program or anything like that, where you remove like your addiction that you were using, it doesn't matter. It could have been food or diet soda. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have to really look at yourself. And so that's the hard part, is like when I've had all these things happen, I've been like, oh, I've been that person too. So is it cool? Yes. Does it suck? Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And thank you for sharing that. Honestly, I think I've lost friends over certain things over the years, and you're kind of like, damn, I can't believe that was what would like tip the needle to like, or tip the scale to lose a friend over. But
yeah.
Sometimes you do, and you just got to do what you think is best. And I'm sure I've offended people in certain ways and whatever, but I try to keep that. Don't offend my wife and my kids and my family and friends that are close and dear, and with everyone else, good luck. Right?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm like, I just have to do what's best for me, and I have to do what's best for my family. My family's a big one.
Right.
And then that's it. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
And those are the things I feel like you can control. Like, you can't really force friendships. You can't force people to be okay with things, but you can control the at least immediate relationships and work on those. And
oh yeah. And that's really what mattered to me, was like my relationship with my husband, and then my relationship with my kids. Yeah. And then things like my sister and my nephew, which I love my nephew so much, and my mom, like those were the things that mattered to me.
For sure.
Have you seen some relationships improve since?
Oh yeah. My husband and I have a totally different relationship. Really? Like totally different. And especially, I don't talk about my daughter's stuff on this podcast, but I've told you guys about it. Yeah. And that's a totally night and day relationship. She was actually here when you guys got here.
Oh
really?
Yeah.
I miss her.
Yeah.
She was in her Duncan outfit.
I don't know if I met her before.
Yeah, she's super cute.
Oh, yeah, we'd like to meet her at some point.
Yeah, she's cute.
But we met your son up at the Jazz game. So.
Yeah, her and Cindy go to Bible study on Mondays.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, rad. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, I feel sometimes I struggle with like meeting new people, which is weird because I feel like I'm good at it, but I'm not good at it. So sometimes I need to tell myself, you need to get out of your shell a little bit. You need to you get say really hi more.
You get protective. Like, I'm always out talking to people. I feel like my kids hate going to the store with me. Is it like this for you? They're like, someone stops me and talks to me, but then at the same time, I'm like, that's close enough.
Yeah. I feel like everywhere I go, I talk to somebody.
I was going to say, it's even interesting that Tyler has that perspective of maybe I need to get out of my shell more. And I feel like that's more of a Tyler sets impossible goals, because it's fun to go to like conferences where like we maybe go only once a year. And how many times we're just walking to a class and you hear, Tyler, Todd! And it's someone that like comes up and gives a big hug. There's been a couple of times where I'm like, Tyler, who was that? And I don't remember. I don't know who it was. And it's not that, and again, between the two of us, if there's a letter grade for remembering names and faces, Tyler gets an A+, and I've got like maybe a D or a C- because I'm just not as good at it as Tyler is. And how many times, like we always joke that there's this ongoing list of people that they'll call our office and be like, oh, me and Tyler are like best friends. And Tyler's, oh yeah, I remember them from 12 years ago. It hasn't been that close, but Tyler has a knack for coming out of his shell. So to hear you be critical of that, it's good that you're self-reflecting.
I need
trying to work harder.
Self-reflecting today. This is a great podcast. I'm self-reflecting today. I need to say hi to more people. That's what I need to do.
But it's even fun to watch. Like me and my wife will like people watch. But it's funny sometimes at these legal conferences because I also get to people watch my law partner and like watching Tyler just work a room and all.
You hear that, Tyler? He's always watching.
Yeah, I know.
In a creepy way too.
In a really weird way.
But you watch someone work a room. Not that Tyler's trying to work a room like a salesperson maybe would, but just all the relationships he builds over attending a conference for 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Tyler builds those relationships to where it's almost like speed dating. Like, oh, we're actually going out to dinner with these people, and an hour later they want to meet up with us. And anyways, it's been fun to watch.
That's awesome.
Outside looking in.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, just to wrap up here, anything huge that you're doing in the next month?
Yeah. Well, like in the
we're going to Vegas.
Business, we're going to Vegas, so we have our big Christmas party down in Vegas, which will be rad.
See, and that's when I'm like, you care, is you were like, hey, come to Vegas, and then you were like, oh, bring your Cindy too. You're Cindy. That's my Cindy.
You're Cindy.
We're bringing our Cindy.
Time. You call her Cindy Lou Who or something. No.
And I was like, that was really nice. Yeah, Cindy really appreciated it.
Well, good. I'm glad. Yeah. Well, you guys are both a big part of. I feel like you're part of our team, so it wouldn't be right without you.
Yeah, well, I appreciated that. I was like, oh, that was really nice. Thank you.
Well, good. You're very welcome.
No, and we started doing that some of it I think was born out of, with our previous firm, I feel like sometimes it was almost like a last minute throw something together for Christmas. And not any discredit to people who were involved in that before, but Tyler, not only in hoping we have great results for our clients, but in rewarding staff for a year well done. And so we've done kind of that cool event now. This will be our fourth year?
Yeah, fourth year, I think.
That'll be awesome.
And Tyler's a big part of giving back to our staff.
Okay, well, I was mostly excited. This is a girl thing, though. So I ordered my dress, and then I was like, I'm going to wear my fur coat. And my husband's like, where are we going? And I'm like, you need a new outfit. And I've been pumping Cindy up. I'm like, what are you going to wear? What are you going to wear? What are you going to wear? She's, oh, shit.
Yeah,
Well,
my wife's been doing the same thing.
I'm so excited.
My wife panic plans because she doesn't know how to dress in these moments sometimes, because I feel like a lot of Utah apparel is more athleisure and not knowing what to do.
That's why I'm like, I'm so excited about my outfit, you guys. I did order.
I'm excited to see
But
it.
my wife will even text Tyler's wife like, hey, what are you wearing? Just so I know what to wear. And they're both like on a thread going back and forth.
Yeah.
on what
Well,
to do.
okay, this is the thing in Vegas, though, is I could show up any way you want in Vegas. And that's why I love it. I'm like, we're going to go over the top and it won't even matter.
No, it's gonna be awesome. Well, we're going to a nice restaurant. We've got booked out a room, a really nice restaurant down there. So I think it'll be cool. And at the Cosmo, which is I think really nice. And everyone has a room. That'll be fun. So and we have some after things. I got some things up my sleeve for during the dinner too.
Oh, you working on card tricks?
Not necessarily a card trick, but it'll be
He
good.
pulls out
It'll
a
be
magic
good.
show.
If I do it, yeah, that'd be
I have 3
hilarious.
balls under these 3 metal cups.
I'm gonna wear a top hat.
Keep your eye on the ball.
I'm gonna wear a top hat. No, but for 2026, big goals, big things. We got so we have that. We have the buses coming out. No, I'm excited about this potential partnership. We're
Can you talk about it or no?
Well, we haven't sealed the deal, but it's with a professional organization, sports team.
Does it start with basketball?
No.
Soccer?
Potentially soccer.
Hockey.
Soccer. And potentially hockey.
Baseball?
No. No,
I can do
potentially.
this, you guys.
Yeah, potentially baseball, potentially hockey, and potentially soccer. Potentially
Soccer, okay.
being keywords.
Yeah. I'm like, don't worry, I know the teams up there.
Yeah, it'll actually, I'm really excited, and it's going to be some cool partnerships. And
sometimes there's even different angles in those partnerships too, because some of them are the actual venue, some of them are actually the television rights, and so there's a lot of different parts that are really cool.
Can we film it?
oh yeah,
Okay, cool.
and using the word official will be actually included.
Oh,
which
yeah, that'll
is
be
super
so cool. Did you see Lola Blankets as like the official blanket of the Utah Jazz?
Oh,
I thought that was cool.
See, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be something in the works like that type
And
of
we'll
stuff.
have t-shirts.
They got to
Oh,
compete
yeah.
with Minky.
This is a side note, we need to wrap this up, but I love what Lola's done with their marketing compared to Minky. So Minky is cute, family, wholesome. Lola is like half naked dude wrapped in a blanket. I'm like sold.
Yeah, can I ask you a question about that actually?
Yes.
Because I was like,
I was sold.
Sam's will thunder down under beyond the agenda
Yeah, when you
for
expand to Vegas.
Or-
If I order this blanket, does it come with these photos?
So that was my question. We were up there, and I was looking at one of their billboards, and I'm like, "Is she in her underwear?"
Yeah.
Is
But
that?
the thing that I liked about it is it went from, oh, blah, blah, past the Minky, which I love Minky. I think they're awesome.
they're great, yeah.
But then I was like, oh, damn. It's that market
just totally different.
disruption.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
total market disruption that Utah hadn't seen.
Yeah, I like it too.
And I was impressed.
yeah,
Yeah.
We're trying to. That's the hard part. Is you try to like.
You're trying to get a blanket.
There might be blankets.
I have your
Oh
weaving
yeah,
blanket.
you have a. It's a minky.
I had it last night on the couch.
Oh good.
Yeah.
Not a Lola. It's a minky.
No, it's just a Minky.
Yeah, it's just a minky.
But it says we win injury law.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's the hard part of doing something that's unique and different that kind of like shakes up the traditional, but then still being in such a way that's traditional that people can like associate with. And that's the balance of, I think, with marketing. You have to push the limits, but not be over the top.
Yeah, especially for you guys. Yeah.
I
It's
even
hard.
felt like our campaign worked that way as we started doing the pointing.
Yeah.
And that was,
I love it.
Tyler did the pointing, and I feel like almost within 6 months to a year, you start having all these other attorneys do almost like rip-offs of the pointing. One's like gesturing with his hand. Anyways, it's just been interesting to see almost trying to copycat, which again is going to happen in marketing. And
Well, all I can think of in my head is, so I grew up in Linden, which a lot of people know where that is now.
Yeah, for sure.
But I remember the Siegfried and Jensen commercials late at night, and it was the brown bookshelf. Can you see it in your head?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and that's the only I have to compare it to in my head. And then I'm like, these guys are cool.
Yeah, it hasn't changed much, actually. Man, no, hopefully the pointing's good. I think it stands out. And then some other things we do. But the We Win For You Todd, I like
that a lot. We need to put that on a graphic and post it.
Yeah, so that'd be, hopefully, and get a little edgier. We got to do some more. We have to do maybe a little more creative in 2026. But
so blankets, you've been going to the gym?
Yeah, Tyler, will you do a blanket spread for the...
So our next ad's in our underwear? Is that what you're saying?
That's basically it.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah.
Look, Tyler's will get views because it's what people expect, but mine would get a lot of views.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People would love it.
Go.
Yeah. It'll go to 46 million.
Dad bod, Lola blankets.
Dad bod, Lola blankets. We injury law. We dad bod for you.
We dad bod for you. Period.
See, I got it. I can see it, guys. Let me work on that one.
Okay.
I'll chat GPT it.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
That'll be like, what are your goals for us, Sam, for 2026?
Hey, I had a whole presentation last time of goals for you guys.
I loved it, actually.
You did. Yeah. That was impressive.
Well, I wanted to make sure I beat out the ABC4 Utah presentation. I was like, I could do this better.
Yeah, you did.
I have a weird mentality like that. It wasn't a competition, but in my head, I was like, I could outdo her presentation.
There you go. I love it.
I'm weird like that.
She's sweet.
Oh, no, they were so nice.
Yeah,
nice. This is just how I am. Are you like that? I'm weird like that. I'm like, oh, yeah, I could do that.
No, I like it. Yeah, to some degree.
We run into it with people because people will be shopping with multiple injury firms, and they'll be like, well, what do you think about this other firm? And it's the one moment where you want to tell them maybe exactly the experience they're going to have with the other firm. And in those moments, it's where you're going, okay, fine, we'll go high. They're great. They're probably good.
Yeah.
Here, let me tell you more about us, right? And refocus it.
But we're competitive. There's a reason why our name is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm weirdly competitive, but just about things like that. Or if someone brings cookies, I was like, I bet I could outbake their cookies.
Wild.
It's a serious problem.
I do the same thing with a steak.
Something.
Look, I do the same thing when someone invites me over for barbecue. My wife always looks at me and she's like, don't say anything. I'm not.
No, I never say anything. It's just it's a mental thing. I'm like, I could outdo that. Or even at the gym, I'm like, I could do that.
I do that. I do that, actually. I'm like, you're on your one exercise. I've gone through 4. What's happening here?
Yeah,
There's some stuff I'm okay with giving it to you. Like when I see people doing the marathon, I'm like,
ooh, guys, I'm running a half marathon in Vegas. Oh, speaking of Vegas, I'm going to do my first half. I'm going to do my first half in February.
Oh, let's go. That's a big thing.
It'll be my 41st birthday, too.
Wow.
I know. You're
amazing.
like, I had no idea you were 40. I was like, I know.
I was going to say 32.
You know what? I had a friend. I know we had to wrap it up. I had a friend recently that was saying, and he didn't know how old I was. I don't like to say how old I am, but he was like, yeah, I figure like in a few years when I turn 50, I'll just not care. Like I'll just like not maybe color my hair or not worry about doing Botox or whatever it is, right?
Oh.
And I'm like,
I love my Botox.
I turned 50 like in 6 months. Wait, do I just call it, like throw in the towel? I call it. In 6 months it's over.
And also you're like, my back.
Yeah, in 6 months I'm like, you know what? No more gym. I'm over it.
You hit 50.
It's over. Life's over.
No, I'm excited though. Okay,
that's amazing.
That's one of my personal goals for next year. Lots of big goals. I think you guys are really the people to watch in 2026. You've been the people to watch for a while, but now it's when people are like, where'd they come from? And you're like, we've been over here grinding for 20 years. But really, I think you guys are going to have a big year.
Well, thank you. We're excited, and we have big plans, and again, you're a big part of that. So thank you.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Put that down. Make sure we save that.
Yep.
Is that a legal obligation?
It's recorded.
Okay, and thank you guys so much for being on the Samantha Parker Show today.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to the Samantha Parker Show. I wanted to let you know that you can head over to Substack and you can subscribe to Sam's Sober Club. I've got a lot of really amazing episodes over there, like my 30-day sober journal and some subscriber-only content. I also blog about your first 30 days being sober, your first day sober, your first year sober. I am sharing it all over on my Substack. So come join Sam's Sober Club. We've got it linked up in the show notes. And thank you so much for being here on the podcast.